Okay, this is a huge deal, so we're going to spend some time on this. Donald Trump admitted during one of his weekend press briefings from his club in Bedminster, New Jersey, where he gathered a crowd of supporters to cheer for him during a press briefing and to boo reporters. I mean, it's complete. The country is backwards right now, okay? He said he is going to be permanently cutting funding to Social Security and Medicare. How did he say it? Take a look because it might not be obvious.
If I'm victorious on November 3rd, I plan to forgive these taxes and make permanent cuts to the payroll tax. I'm going to make them all permanent.
Wait a second. Did he say Social Security there? How is this about Social Security? Let me explain it to you. Donald Trump is finally admitting here that if he is reelected, he will permanently cut the employee side of the Social Security deduction from wages. This is how Social Security is funded. This is a huge red alert. This is not getting the attention it deserves. And what's crazy is you still have some people, including people on the left, saying Biden will cut your Social Security if he's president, not something Biden has even talked about for 27 years, since 1993, during which he said he wouldn't preemptively take it off the table. This is Donald Trump saying, I am going to permanently reduce the money that is the primary funding source for Social Security. So let's talk it through. Earlier in the pandemic, Donald Trump started talking about waiving the so-called payroll tax for employees through the end of the year. That tax is shared between you and your employer. If you are self-employed, you pay all of it. But for most people, they're a W-2 employee. For example, like producer Pat. Pat pays 7.65% out of his salary. And then I put in another 7.65% for him. It's a total of 15.3%. It's mostly Social Security and a little bit for Medicare. That's how we fund Social Security. So Trump floats the idea, hey, pandemic, economics are disaster. Let's put more money in people's pockets by cutting the 7.65% paid by the employee. Immediately, the employees get to keep another 7.65% from every paycheck. Great. But the way that it was originally conceived was a deferral, meaning you get that money in your paycheck through the end of the year. But when you file your taxes in 2021 for 2020, you owe that back. It was just a deferral. It gets added back in. Wasn't even permanent. It's a temporary savings and then you get a bill for it. Now Trump is again going for the payroll tax idea. He's looking at it via executive order, which he said when Barack Obama was president is being overused, that he wouldn't do things through executive order. He'd do them through legislation, except he's not doing it. But except he says he'll give you the payroll tax deferral for now. If he's reelected, he will forgive the repayment of the payroll tax, we think. I mean, it's so convoluted that even Trump has gone back and forth on some of these points. But now again, he says in the future, if he's reelected, he will just cut the employee side altogether. Here he is saying it again.
If I'm victorious on November 3rd, I plan to forgive these taxes and make permanent cuts to the payroll tax. I'm going to make them all permanent.
I plan to forgive these taxes and make permanent cuts. This is a shadow plan to cut Social Security and Medicare. This is a red alert. Republicans already say Social Security's in trouble. It's underfunded. It won't be able to pay benefits. What do you think happens if you cut the money going in? You obviously will have to cut the benefits. So now we have a dramatically different proposal from Donald Trump versus Joe Biden on Social Security. Trump wants permanent cuts to Social Security taxes, meaning he will have to lower Social Security benefits. He's looking to neuter Social Security, a fabric of our country. Really, other countries have much stronger social safety nets. One of the things we have, one of the few things, is Social Security. Trump wants to neuter it. Biden wants to uncap Social Security taxes above $400,000. Normally, you only pay payroll tax on the first 130,000 or so of earnings. That means if you normally earn $1 million, you only paid the Social Security tax on the first 130K. Above that, you pay zero. Biden's idea is you pay on the first 130. There's then like a donut hole between 130 and 400. But starting at $400,000 a year in income, uncapped, you pay that 7.65%. That's a huge increase in funding for Social Security versus Donald Trump saying he will permanently defund it. This is a topic which is not getting huge airtime right now, and we need to force it to get more attention. Hopefully, it will be a big part of the debates between Trump and Biden if they happen, because it is of such huge significance to the vast majority of the United States. Just think back. Trump was supposedly the economic populist, big populism, wonderful populism from Donald Trump. He is now saying if you reelect him, he will neuter permanently Social Security. And you can take to the bank the realization that shortly thereafter, they're going to say, hey, we gave you the payroll tax. People are getting the money up front, but we're going to have to cut Social Security benefits as a result. We're no longer funding it to the extent that we previously were. Don't allow this issue to be ignored. Democrats need to run hard with this all the way to November. And you know that Republicans would do the exact same thing if Democrats suggested even smaller changes to programs they believe are important. This is an attempt at a massive destruction of one of the most important programs that exist in the United States to even maintain financial solvency for so many millions of Americans once they hit retirement. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way, and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.